Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to call in Archangel Michael to clear, cleanse this space. We are going to be reading about obscured principles. And for those that don't know, the book of obscured principles are ancient laws, modern mind, a path of remembering who you've always been and shaping what's come to next. And we're still in the introduction, why knowing isn't enough to see. And we are now on point 3. Who is this book for and how to use it? This book is for anyone who feels that the time has come to look inward and with more honesty. So to go in, do the shadow work. It doesn't matter whether you've read dozens of personal growth books or if this is the first one you've ever picked up. It doesn't matter if you consider yourself spiritual, skeptical, confused, or simply searching. Only one thing matters, that something inside of you is seeking direction. That is the part of this book speaks to. The part that is tired of superficial answers. The part that doesn't want to collect more information but longs to integrate real understanding. The part that wants not only to understand but to truly transform, to do the actual work. This is a book for anyone going through a time of transition, even if they are not yet sure what kind. For those who have already tried to change but only fall back into the same patterns. For those who sense that something within them is ready to emerge but don't yet know how to let it rise. For those who want to live with more alignment, more truth, and more grounding. You won't find a more rigid method here, nor absolute promise. This book is not a magic formula. It is a guide, a map, a companion for this journey. It will offer you tools, perspectives, and practices that can use, adapt, reject, or explore at your own pace. There are 2 ways you can read this book. The first is linear, one chapter after another, letting yourself follow the thread that connects each theme. This approach allows you to build a gradual path if you walk along a carefully drawn road. The second is intuitive, opening the book wherever you feel drawn to, choosing one step at a time. Each chapter is designed to stand on its own, so you're free to enter and exit as you please, guided by your inner voice. I like that. In either case, there's only one real guideline: don't rush. This book is not to consume, but to live through. Some passages may require time, and some words may resonate right away. Others might take root and grow in you much later, so planting seeds. You'll find simple exercises, practices for listening, invitation to write or reflect. You don't have to do them all. You don't need to discipline or perfection. What you need is presence and a willingness to show up. When you feel the need, you can return to a section, go deeper, or try a practice again. This book is not a lesson, it's a threshold, and it doesn't tell you where to go. It invites you to pause and listen, because it's the inner stillness and the truest journey begins. And every journey begins with a first step, and you are ready, and that is enough. So I'll read just a little bit of part 1, The Invisible Mechanism. Chapter 1, The Hidden Eye. The mind that guides you without your awareness. The subconscious, the mind that acts while you're not looking. There is a part of the mind that never sleeps, even when we think we're fully awake. It doesn't need words or logic. It doesn't build complex strategies, and it doesn't express itself through conscious reflection. And yet it shapes the way we think, the way we feel, and the decisions we believe that we are making freely. This part works silently behind the scenes of awareness. It's like an invisible director pulling the strings of our inner stage. While the actor or a rational mind performs the script, convinced it's also the author. That's hilarious. This part of the psyche is called the subconscious, and understand how it works is essentially if we want to create any meaningful, lasting change. The subconscious is not a dark force to be feared. It's an incredibly powerful structure within our mental system. You could also think of it as a living memory, one that stores every experience, emotion, reaction, and belief we've ever been exposed to from our earliest days of life and even earlier, according to certain epigenetic and transgenerational theories. It's an emotional and symbolic database. It registers everything that was consciously processed that was still absorbed and internalized as truth. So that I'm going to leave at that. But just know that if you cannot deal from a psych perspective, if you cannot deal with a trauma that you've experienced in your life, then as a result of it, you will shove it up into your subconscious, which is why a lot of times hypnosis can be beneficial and help, because some people can actually forget years of their life if the trauma occurred. So some people just don't remember their third grade life, and that was because trauma occurred during that. So clearing out your subconscious through free writing, meditation, as well as, hypnosis or anything, even Reiki, so that you can help to understand and clear that out, why maybe you have negative coping mechanisms that you are carrying that you don't completely might understand. But you could also read books on it as well, and there's also the Akashic Records that you could get a reading, or you could learn how to access the Akashic Records, but they're all different kinds of solutions to that problem. But I love you all, and I hope this helps, and namaste.